I decided to do a second reading tonight because I will be working late tomorrow. So let's go ahead and bring out the runes for a cast. This would be the Germanic set. And I have the family acts or Aetts already laid out. So we have the spiritual playing in white, we have the emotional mental playing in the red, and then the yellow signifies the family at clan for physical. Hey ancestors, what's the divine message for the next casting? Okay. You know the drill. If I cannot see the rune symbol, it goes back in the bag. It needs to be face up in order to qualify. Okay. Then the next thing we will do is we will lay the runes according to their Aett. So this would be where we would put them into their family, their clan, their Aett. Now, if you're Danish, you would say Aett. Okay. And you would not be using 24 runes. You would be using the younger set, which is 16. And the symbols would be a little bit different as well. Have some different characters. Now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of looking these over, making sure that I kind of have them in their numerical order in their families. So there's no 5s. So we have 6, 7, and 8. And you need to see the 8. There we go. Maybe. Adjust the camera. There we go. Okay, so we have 3 runes in the physical Aett, a family, clan. We have 4 in the emotional and mental Aett. This family or clan cannot be reversed. You have to grow through it. So we have 3 in the spiritual Aett. Okay. So let's look at messages next. I'm looking for verticals. We don't have any 3 in the vertical stance. Then the next thing I do is look for the runes in their family or Aett that are together, because that's kind of a significant procession, right? There's nothing of that sort on this board this evening. So this is a very general message. There's nothing really super significant. If you see a rune that really speaks to you, that it's something you need to work on, then apply that, please, so that you can continue to evolve. In the meantime, let's just read them from the 1 space to the 24 space, and then I'll look at the board, and then we will take out the runes that are not in the younger rune set and just see what we have for a message there, because there's 8 runes that would come out of the elder set, so that makes a big difference in how things can play out. So the first rune is Eurus. This is the rune of power. Think the bison as far as the symbol or icon here. This is all about conquest, see, courage, sort of your freedom, your passion, your energy, your health, power. Just don't exaggerate your risk. or it could lead to failure, meaning don't think you're all powerful and you underestimate your opponent or others around you, that you lose the sale, lose the opportunity, lose competition, all those kinds of things. Okay, this is the F looking rune. There's one that goes up, that's the money one, and then this one goes down. So this is Odin's rune. This is on Zeus. This is all about communication. So Odin was all about friendship, sharing his wisdom, having love for others. Cautionary tale on this one is beware of debts and temptations. Then we go to Wanzhou. Wanzhou is all about satisfaction. You have achieved everything on this physical Aett plane here, so you have the joy, happiness, success, union, your wishes are granted, you have career opportunities. Okay? Just be careful of the hail. This is Hegelas. This is stormy conditions, outside influences that might distract you. You might have to make some sacrifices or use some caution here. You might have a lot of worries or damage or debt. This is Isa. This means to chill out. This is the icicle rune. Okay, so stay calm, have victory over your obstacles or your habits, resist things, get control of your vices. This is Jera. Jera is all about harvest. This looks like tractor tires to me. When they do an imprint in the soil, think recovery, completion of a cycle. Like this is a really good autumn rune because it's all reaping the harvest in the Wheel of Fortune. This is Perthrow. This is the rune of fate or destiny, luck, possibly fertility. This is all about diplomacy. You're getting control of things. You have a strategy or something for the situation. You're using your intuition. You might have a stroke of genius opportunity. Okay, you're kind of winning the game here. Then we go to good orderly direction. This is Tiwaz. Think of this as being an arrow. This is kind of the war symbol here. This is all about law and order, legal matters. You're seeking good direction. You see clearly. You have honor, power. Your target's been reached. You have victory. The cautionary tale on this one is be wary of envy, malice, and revenge. Intrigue should be thwarted. This looks like horse's ears back in the day. This is Iwas. This is about connection. So think loyalty, devotion. This might be marriage, trust, friendship. Could be promotion or increase. This is also a rune about boundaries and freedom. You are making spiritual connection with God, the universe, your higher power, source, through thinking with your heart, not just your mind. Well, that's a really good way to seek that out. Seems to be the stronger avenue, right? This is Dagus. This means day. This looks like a butterfly. So in this rune, you've broken out of your cocoon. You're seeing the light, new cycle, fortune, potentially marriage. Intrigue's been thwarted, and so you've been released. You see the light. Okay, so what would be the overall message here? When you have power, it's really important to communicate appropriately so that you can be successful. Watch out for distractors. Sometimes we just have to get solitude and clear our head in order to be successful and reap the harvest. Know that you need to follow your intuition. Look for controlling how to diplomatically reach solutions, get control of the situation. Again, good orderly direction is needed, and you really need to think with your heart, not just your mind. Really protect your boundaries and your freedom so that you can develop good, loyal friendships. And then you will have reached clarity, a new opportunity. You'll be released and you can see the light. There will be a new cycle beginning. Okay, let's look at what the message would sound like if we pulled off the 8 runes that apply in the elder set, but not the younger set. So the younger is older, think Norway, Denmark, Iceland, Vikings, if you will. My Danish ancestors would have used the runes of the younger. My Germanic ancestors that lived not that far away, country-wise, province-wise, would have used the Germanic tribes or the elder runes. So they both were living right by the Baltic Sea and very close to each other, actually. So let's look at taking Wanju off. There's no satisfaction in the younger set. You have never arrived that way. They don't believe in the fate and the destiny here, so that rune would come out. They don't follow intuition. They don't have time for that. They're into survival. And then this new cycle would come out. Again, they're living in dark a lot of times in those Scandinavian countries more than they're living in dark more than they are living in light. For example, when I was over there, my tour guide said out of the month of December, they had a total of only 11 hours of daylight. So to them, there's not much daylight. Okay, so 3 runes out of the 8 came out of that reading. So what do we have left? Use your power wisely, communicate effectively, otherwise you might get some outside influences or distractors that will take you away, cause you to be all in a ruckus. So get calm, chill out, get clarity, control your vices so that you can reap the harvest, have good orderly direction, you reach your target, and then you will be able to prosper with friendship, loyalty, devotion, trust. You might be promoted. Just remember to think with your heart, not always with your mind. Okay. Actually, that rune comes out. I made a mistake. I was thinking that was it. It was Manus that stays on the board and not that one. So let me reread that message, because 4 runes came off to be able to read for the elder rune set. So this changes the dynamic a little bit. Use your power effectively. Make sure you communicate. Watch out for outside distractors that can take you off point. Sometimes you need to get quiet, chill the hell out, control your vices so that you can reach your harvest, your wheel of fortune, if you will. And you're able to do that because you have good orderly direction. You will receive honor and power because you've achieved what you needed to achieve here. You have victory. So that would be the reading for the younger set. So thanks for stopping in to Rest Runes Aett. I'm glad you're part of our family in the clan here, and the runes are a part of the clan too. That's why we have the different cloth stripes here because that helps you see the runes in the particular clans and kind of make sense of the progression from 1 to 8 in each of the families. So until next time, we will talk to you later. Bye for now.